toll booths in Canada, are they coming? You might expect me to be opposed to them, right? And I kind of am, but it's a very weak opposition, right? You'll hear the response. Isn't that why we pay taxes? Well, maybe. Maybe it's what you'd like your tax money to be spent on. But you're being a little presumptuous, okay? Not everybody that uses the roads pays taxes. And not everybody that pays taxes uses the roads. If I paid taxes and I don't, but if I did, I would be a little bit upset about all my taxpayer money being wasted on highways. Reality check. While I'm not currently paying taxes, I get way more back in rebates than I pay. I have paid taxes in the past, and I don't even have a driver's license. And, I think this is becoming a lot more common with younger people, especially younger people in the cities. If I were to stand up and say, I pay taxes, shouldn't I get in the bus and the subway and the light rail for free? I mean, that's why I pay taxes, isn't it? I'd likely get eye rolls, but it is fundamentally the same argument. I use public transportation, and I'm expected to pay for it as I go, but I'm also expected to have my tax money go to pay for highways that I don't use? That's not fair. There's no reciprocity in that. If I could make a choice as to where my taxes, if I paid them, went, I would want all of my taxes to go towards public transportation and none of them to go towards highways or interstate highways. Freeways, right? I would argue that if you're going to use the freeway, then you should have to pay for it. If I'm going to have to pay for the bus. And if you want to use the highway for free, well, then I should get in the bus for free too. So I think a just solution can happen in one of two ways. One, we neither have toll booths on the highways, nor do we have toll booths on subways or buses or light rail. That's my preferred option, right? Or two, we can have toll booths on highways, just like we have toll booths on subways and buses and light rail. And I do prefer the first option, as I've stated repeatedly. But the truth of this is that my opposition to the second is not going to be high, not so long as I have to pay to get in the bus. Don't expect me to get upset about tolls if they come. It's not my prerogative, it's not my issue, I don't really give a fuck. If in the end we end up using toll booth revenue to fund public transit, well, that's actually, I would consider that beneficial. That would be a carbon tax that might actually work, right? If you set up a toll booth on the highway in Toronto, and you take all of the money from the toll booths and you use it to pay for a subway line right beside it, that's a good climate change plan, in my view. I would support that. Sorry, car people. I'm not one of you. I'm not on your side. You guys can keep paying. Pay more. I don't give a fuck.